GAA. We all belong here, in this place, at this time. We belong not because of who we are or where we come from. Being here means belonging. Belonging means knowing you're part of a community that has a place for all, where potential is nurtured, where individuals become teams, who honour the legacy of those who went before and strive to build a legacy of their own. Some of us play, some of us used to play, some of us never played. We all belong. Belonging means having a voice, means being able to say what you think is right, being listened to. Belonging means respecting each other, means being there for each other, on the pitch, off the pitch. Belonging means rolling our sleeves up and doing what needs to be done. We all belong, whether it's our first day or our 100th year. We all belong here, because this place belongs to us all. Our GAA, where we all belong.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're all very welcome to Aughrim here today for the first of our Boom and Platform Higher Football Championship semi-finals between Baltinglass and St. Pat's. The winners of this championship for the last 3 years, Pat's done 2 in a row. Baltinglass took the crown last year. An intriguing game for us here. I have Cormac Doyle on co-commentary. Just before we give you a run through the teams, Cormac, this one should be a real intriguing battle too. I suppose the form teams for the last couple of years have we were looking at the results there. Pats have got their way here, scoring 234, 124 against them. They're plus 13. Baltinglass, only plus 4 with that defeat to Rathnew in the first round after extra time, but they've bounced back with 2 good wins against Kiltegan and Donard in West Derbies. An intriguing battle here again, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. all the matches are tight this time of year, you know, and at the last few weeks everything has only been a couple of points either way. Traditional looking semi-final really, with the two teams involved, as you say, over the last few years. Both coming into it with fairly good form. I mean, Pats, in terms of the teams they've beaten, like Arklow and Avondale, you know, have been thereabouts the last couple of years. The Baltinglass form, we were just saying earlier, is probably stronger than it might look on paper. I mean, that was a good win against Kiltegan, you know, again, given the time of year. And Dunard have had a really good year, you know, and I suppose with 6 points in that in the end, like beating anyone by 6 points at the moment is hard done.
It's a good victory, and I suppose the Kiltegan one all the more impressive, saying that they went 10 points to 1 down there, 9 points down after 20 minutes and still came back and won.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And as you said, like the day today now is bright but cold, but any of the matches at the moment, you know, with this weather, like it's hard to get a big score up, you know, it's you know, the ball's not travelling and stuff like that, so turning over 9 points means like there's scoring power still in that Baltinglass team, like the inside forward line, so it'll be a good game, you know. I think it'll be a good test for Pats, you know, who are probably the, you know, marginally the favourites for it, but yeah,
we'll just give you a quick run through the teams now. Up first on your screens will be the Baltinglass team. In goal is Mark Jackson, 2 David Gettings, 3 Keane Lee and 4 Carl Furlong. Patrick Burke, Billy Cullen and Thomas Burke make up the half back line as usual. Kevin Murphy, the captain, and Jason Kennedy in the middle of the field. Stephen Heaslip, Johnny Keogh and Sean Doody are the half forward line, with Tommy Keogh, Adam McHugh and John McGrath in a dangerous looking full forward line in there. The Pats team then, as you see it there, is Shane Doyle in goal. Pádraig Higgins, Niall Donnelly and Wayne Doyle are the full back line. Kieran McGettigan, Patrick O'Kane and number 17 Kieran Doyle replaces Aidan Dunn. Dean Healy is at 8 and John Crowe at 9. Simon Boucher 10, Paul O'Brien 11 and Matthew Traynor 12. Patrick McWalter, Brian Doyle and Thomas Kelly make up the full forward line. There's a few positional switches already. We can see Simon Boucher gone to wing back, Kieran McGettigan gone to wing forward for Pats. Just looking around, our referee today for the big game is John Keenan. We're just about getting ready to rock and roll here. As everything is lined up, John Keenan stoops and throws in the ball. The ball is in, the game is on and breaks first. John Crowe lining out centre forward, picks it up for Pats. Pats are playing with the breeze in the first half. As always, it's down into the town goal at this time of year. Pops the ball off to Dean Healy. Healy has a runner outside him. It's Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan just gets the ball, controls it with his foot first, pops a pass back to Healy. Healy twists and turns his right hand edge of the square, tries to get hand pass away. Broken play there, comes back as far as Matthew Traynor. Traynor heavily tackled there, but does really well, but kicks the ball off the right foot and it's just gone wide. But an early start there from the Pats men, a real burst from them, and it's obviously they're looking for blood with the wind in their back here.
Yeah, I think they were unlucky there. Dean Healy just lost his foot and I think he slipped in a bit of muck, but should have been a score. Probably put it down as a bad wide.
Should have been a score, right. Mark Jackson takes the kick, goes long to the middle of the field. Oh, it's palmed down brilliantly by Jason Kennedy to the on-running Patrick Burke. Burke takes off it. Good tackle back there by Kieran McGehigan. Gets the ball into John McGrath. Low, dangerous looking ball into Tommy Keogh. Keogh wins the ball brilliantly. Pops it off to Adam McHugh. McHugh kicks this one high and kicks it over to our Oh, it's just gone to the right and wide, I thought, by the way. Shane Doyle put up his hand, it was gone. It's probably go down as a bad wide as well, but a brilliant counter attack there from Baltinglass.
Yeah, great move. It was a great flick from the kick out. Ball inside. I mean, I think if Baltinglass keep a couple of people inside there, they'll have a go with that Pats full back line.
Shane Doyle gets ready to take his kick out. Long kick, huge kick way down into the half back line there. Clears Billy Cullen and John Crowe, breaks inside, and it's Brian Doyle is first to react, picks up the ball, has a look at his options. John Crowe's gone inside, he's calling for good run by Crowe. Ball is kicked in, he's on between the end line and the 14, right down under the dressing room side, has a look up, pops a little pass off here as far as Podge McWalter. McWalter gives the ball back out as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher finds Brian Doyle, he pops a looping pass into Paul O'Brien, a dangerous pass that's broken away from him by Jason Kennedy. It's popped away and away come Baltinglass. It's in the hands of Sean Doody. Blue jerseys converge on him. He gets it to Kevin Murphy. Again, there's huge tackling and on the man on the ball here. Pats try to turn it over. Pats do turn it over. And it's a free to Pats that's taken quickly. It's Matthew Traynor. Just a little bit of verbals off the ball between Dean Healy there and Kevin Murphy. Ball is in the hands of Patrick O'Kane. Probably call him Paddy Kane from now on. Ball goes out right underneath the stand here. It's Kieran Doyle lobs a high, dangerous ball in as Padge McWalter tries to get his hand on it. There's a hand in there from Keen Leado, and it's gone for a 45, and it'll be a chance for Pats to put their first score on the board here. Shane Doyle is coming up from the goal to take this one. A lively start, Cormac.
Yeah, lively start. You can see the heaviness of the pitch there, and John Crowe got that ball in the corner, like, and just found it hard to even get the ball up off the ground. But yeah, lively start. Baltinglass had done well there, I think, to turn that over, but they were unlucky coming out with it. They just got caught in possession.
Yeah, again, it's been a trademark of this Pats team for the last couple of years that there's huge intensity on the player on the ball. Just 3 minutes on the clock here. Shane Doyle again just sizes up his options. A familiar pose from the Pats goalie as he strides up to this one, drills it, but he hasn't caught it right. It's gone away to the left and wide, and another chance gone for Pats. It's 3 wides now for Pats.
Another chance, yeah, and you would have fancied him with that at the wind at his back. He scored one last week against Avondale into a gale, and
and had lots on it as well, to be fair. It was a huge kick against the wind. It'll be Mark Jackson's turn. He'll kick into the breeze here. Again goes long. It's a huge kick from Jackson right to the middle of the field into that wind. Hand on it though from Pats in the middle of the field. Matthew Traynor picks up the break. He gets it in as far as John Crowe. Crowe takes his time to have a look and goes past his man. Does well. The strong running man, this John Crowe. Thought he was going to pop it off. He's still in possession right on the 45 down at the town end here. Recycles the ball back to Paddy Kane. He gets the ball inside to Brian Doyle. Doyle on the move here, gives it to Dean Healy. Healy just breaks the first tackle, gets inside the 45, has a look at his options. What Baltinglass do really well, Kevin Murphy does really well, gets the hand in there, he gets the ball away to Padge McWalter. McWalter breaks the first tackle, has a look at his options, goes long and diagonal, looks for Tommy Kelly, but there's a good hand there by Cian Lee, intercepted it, done really well, and Baltinglass with numbers back in the right positions. And as Patrick Burke comes away with this one up the field, he's on his own 45 right underneath the stand in Aughrim here, gets the ball to Johnny Keogh, pops it off to Sean Doody. Doody now carries the ball out of his own defence, wearing 12 but dropping deep, gets it into Jason Kennedy. Kennedy pops it back to Johnny Keogh. Good move this by Barton. That's a long diagonal ball into Tommy Keogh inside. He has a look up, but there's 2 blue jerseys in front of him. Pat's get numbers back there. He still gets time to get the ball off to John McGrath. Little dink inside to Adam McHugh, into John McGrath. There's a chance here. Jason Kennedy gets the ball. Oh, it's a poor shot, but it's well blocked down, and Pat's come away with the ball. Both sides just struggling to put the finish to touches to very good moves here at the minute as Pat's come away with the ball now. It's been a hectic start to this one as Dean Healy's on the ball. Has a look around, pops it away to John Crowe. Pat's now looking to get down the field at pace, and the right man has it, but John Crowe is blown for over carrying according to John Keenan. Wasn't happy with the number of steps, and just saying there, Cormac, the finishing is not the finest at the minute.
Yeah, no, that was a great move by Baltinglass, that last one, and again, just a poor enough effort, he just didn't get enough on it, but Baltinglass are giving Pat's trouble at the back there in the first few minutes.
Adam McHugh is on the ball, he's under 21, he solos, he drops his shoulder, he twists, he turns, he gets to the top of the D, has a look, has a chance to shoot, doesn't take it, gets it to Sean Doody, he gives it to Kevin Murphy. Murphy pops a looping, dangerous ball inside, underneath, there's the pass defence, a chance for a goal, and Tommy Keogh, as the ball broke down, he palmed it to himself and got the look of the break and buried the ball in the back of the net. First blood to Baltinglass here, a goal on the board, a huge score against the wind after 6 minutes here, Cormac.
Yeah, big score, and they kind of ran out of ideas there and just popped a high ball in, it broke nicely, and you get the goal, and big score against the wind.
Shane Doyle drills a long ball down the field. Kevin Murphy gets a hand on, breaks it as far as Thomas Burke. Paul O'Brien is on his case. He gets it to Sean Doody, and Baltinglass come raiding again. It's into the hands of Billy Cullen. Cullen charges up the field with the ball, needs a little bit of sport. Again, it's that little diagonal ball into Adam McHugh. McHugh's out in front, twists and turns again, has a look at his options, pops the ball off to John McGrath. McGrath has Billy Cullen in space. Cullen will fancy his chances here. He does fancy his chances. He drills it high and drills it over the bar. Another fantastic move from the Baltinglass men. It's 1-1 now to no score, and Baltinglass making light work of the breeze here in Aughrim at the minute.
Yeah, great score off the left foot there. We were just saying how they were struggling to put scores together, but there's 2 out of 2 now, and huge against the wind. The wind isn't that strong, but still you can see it's having an impact.
Huge kick again, hand on it by Matthew Traynor, gets the ball in as far as Padge McWalter. McWalter has 2-3 jerseys around him, tries to get rid of the ball, but he wins, he's free according to John Keenan for a hold. Baltinglass not happy with that, but there was huge pressure on him there. Looked like there may have been a hand in just holding the ball, I think, trying to make him over carry.
I think so, yeah. you'd probably be a bit disappointed on it now if you were Baltinglass man there, but probably
It's
a
one
hand
of
in
those
it, yeah.
50-50, I suppose. Tommy Kelly, 45 yards out, has a look at the post, kicks this one high. Has it done enough? It has. It's high and it's over the bar. Pats are on the board here. It's a point to Pats, 1-1 to Baltinglass. A scintillating start here, 7.5 minutes, and probably there could be more scores. There's a few chances missed there as well, Cormac.
Yeah, a few chances missed. I think before it we were talking about the setup of teams at the moment. Baltinglass, even against the wind, they're playing full up, in a regular formation. Like, they're not really dropping a sweeper yet, and it's working for them.
Huge kick out from Mark Jackson. It's well taken by Pádraig Higgins in the middle of the field. He gives the ball off as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien gives it to Paddy Kane. Kane looks up as Pats look to build from the back here. They're all across their own 65. They go all the way across as far as Kieran Doyle. Doyle has a look at his options. Again, he's happy just to size him up and pops the ball back into Matthew Traynor. A little bit static from Pats here, playing with this breeze. Gets the ball into Paul O'Brien. Back to Traynor. Traynor now 45 yards out. Has a chance to pop a kick here, but this one has gone way to the right off his boot and down into the dressing room. And he won't be happy with that one. It's another wide on the board for Pats. It's a 3-point game here in Aughrim with 8.5 minutes gone. Mark Jackson will take this kick. He's already been having joy from his kickouts. He's having a huge kick against the breeze. Jackson, a long ball right to the middle of the field again. Sean Dody's on it, but there's a hand in. Pádraig Higgins a break stone. Jason Kennedy is away with the ball. He pops it off to Tom Burke. There's danger here again for Pats as Burke comes raiding up the field. He's at the top of the D. He pops the ball in to Adam McHugh. McHugh, oh, lovely little shimmy. Has a kick off his left toe and unfortunately drops into the arms of Shane Doyle. Doyle is happy enough to take that one. Gives it away to Wayne Doyle. He finds John Crow. It's end-to-end stuff here at the minute. Crow gets as far as the 65, pops the ball outside to Kieran McGettigan. McGettigan picks it up, has a look. Long ball into Podge McWalter. McWalter out in front, turns his man, does really well. The back campaigned himself there, but McWalter's gone. He needs a little bit of support as the white jerseys converge on him. Kicks the ball across. It's dangerous. A hand on it from Tommy Kelly. Ball, and it's in the back of the net. A goal from Pats. A great, well-worked goal from, I suppose, the two you'd be expecting to stand up when the pressure is on. It's McWalter and Tommy Kelly, and it's 1-1 apiece here all of a sudden.
Yeah, great goal. Similar goal to the Baltinglass goal, ball across the square, and it broke well for them, but Padge had a great turn of pace there on the far side to get away from the defender.
Kick out again here for Mark Jackson. It's level now. Pats get that goal that brings them back level. And kick out is taken. Patrick Burke takes it on his own 45, does well. Gets inside, needs support. Lots of blue jerseys around the man on the ball. As we said, it's been a mark of all games for the last couple of weeks that there's huge intensity on the man in the ball, but David Gittins has this one. Again, Tommy Kelly works hard, turns him back. He gets the ball as far as Keen Lee. Lee right on the top of his own D, strides out with the ball 45 yards out, has a look up at his options. Pops it out here, and it's Johnny Keogh is in possession. He gives it back as far as Stephen Heaslip as good hands from the Baltinglass men. Tom Burke gets it, or Pat Burke gets it outside of the boot. Long ball into John McGrath. Ball breaks inside. Out in front there was Wayne Doyle, but it's been nicked away from him. John McGrath's away. There's another chance here. John Crow tries to get back. He drills a low ball. It's off the hands of Niall Donnelly. Probably the wrong option from John McGrath there, I think.
I think so. I think he had two men inside him. And a little hand pass. Could have been a goal, but Baltinglass are staying pushed up, like they're not dropping a sweeper there. They're 4 or 5 men up the whole time.
They're dangerous men in front of the goal. They're not sacrificing anything. They're having a right go at Pats, but when it breaks around the middle and those runners from Baltinglass, they look really dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at it, Baltinglass do have a man back at the moment, but that's because Brian Doyle has gone out to field for Pats, so it's not Baltinglass dropping back, and they're having a go against the wind.
We have just about 11.5 minutes on the clock as Mark Jackson sizes up his options here. As you said, John Moran, that was a good chance. Probably got caught in two minds whether to shoot or to pass, and kind of looked like that, but went off the hands of Niall Donnelly. Jackson into the breeze, gets a great connection on this one. It's high and it's over the bar. Huge kick for Mark Jackson there against the wind. 1-2 now to Baltinglass. 1-1 to St. Pat's. 12 minutes on the clock here, and what's been a fantastic first 12 minutes of football from both these sides. Shane Doyle will go along again, does go along. Huge, massive kick down as Matthew Trainor's underneath, but he's bundled into the back of Jason Kennedy. It's taken quickly again. Baltinglass just doing things at speed here. They're catching Pats a little bit. Good ball from McGrath into Adam McHugh. McHugh, as ever, out in front, does really well. huge numbers around the ball. Ball breaks away and Dean Healy picks this one up. McHugh tackles him. It's an advantage to Healy. He plays away. He gets the ball to John Crow. Crow in the middle of the field. Long ball in, looking for that man Mike Walter. He's out in front, wins his ball. Again takes 2 or 3 tackles and pops it off as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher pops it back to Mike Walter. Mike Walter is 21 yards out. Looks to cut inside. He's gone past Kevin Murphy. Looking for options here. Pops the ball across into Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan does muscled off the ball by the Pats defence, who do really well. And Pat Burke gets the ball. Gives it to Sean Doody. Doody tries to break the tackle. Gets out. Gives it to Kevin Murphy. Murphy gives it back to Pat Burke. Back to Murphy again. Again, huge pressure on them, but they're handling the ball really well. It's in the hands of Jason Kennedy into Pat Burke. Heavy hit there by Dean Healy, but Burke takes it and gives the ball to David Gettins. Good play by the Baltinglass defence as they come out here and get the ball into the hands of Johnny Keogh. Keogh really deep in his own half. Has an advantage there, but he plays the ball on to Jason Kennedy. Kennedy gives it to ball to John McGrath. There's a free for the advantage way back into the 45 there, and Baltinglass would look to maybe just cool things down a little bit after this hectic start here.
Yeah, it's been all go. There's a couple of lads with their hands on their knees already, but it's been a really fast start.
Yeah, we're just checking the scoreboard with 14 minutes gone here. It's 1-2 to 1-1. It's all right enough. So Billy Cullen's on the ball in the middle of the field. Long kick down the field again, looking for Tommy Keogh. Just hops over him. Almost hopped into the waiting hands of Jason Kennedy, but it's mopped up back there by Pádraig Higgins. Higgins does well and gets the ball out as far as Brian Doyle. He gives it into Paul O'Brien. O'Brien gives the ball out to Simon Boucher here. Boucher 65 yards out, has a look up. He's sized up by Tom Burke. Burke does really well, turns him back. A little tug of the jersey, says John Keenan, and we did see the jersey pulling there. Burke had done really well up to that point. It's back with Paddy Kane. Kane solos and has a look up at his options there. Gets the ball off to Matthew Traynor. Traynor again has a look up, pops it out to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien going with the outside of the bow here. Needs to measure it, but it's gone to the right of the post and it's gone wide. Another wide for Pats. We're up to 5 wides here for Pats with this breeze. A point down. That probably doesn't make good reading from the statistics end of a Cormac.
Yeah, I mean, with the wind, I know they got the goal there, but still it's 2 out of 7, which is unlike them.
Unlike them, they're usually fairly economical in front of goal. It's Mark Jackson. Again, that's a massive kick right to the far 65. Jason Kennedy's on there, gets his hands on it. Johnny Keogh picks up the break. Good play from Keogh. He's fouled. Probably a good foul from a Pat's point of view. They look short on numbers back there. He takes it short and goes out as far as Pat Burke. Burke is 45 yards out. Has a look, sizes up his options again and pops a little pass off to Tommy Keogh. He finds Stephen Heaslip in space. He drills a dangerous looking ball across looking for John McGrath. Pádraig Higgins does really well, gets the ball out as far as Paddy Kane. Kane is shoved to the ground. Surely a free there. No, play on, says John Keenan, and it's now in the hands of Dean Healy. Healy gets the ball off to Brian Doyle. Doyle comes back inside the blue jerseys now. It's their turn to go up the field. Doyle takes the ball into contact. Loose pass out as far as Dean Healy though. Healy picks this one up and has a look up. Again, Baltinglass have funneled their way back and it's just a wall of white jerseys across 45 yards out. He gets the ball in as far as Simon Boucher though. He finds Mike Walter. Ever willing Mike Walter is out in front, 45 yards out underneath the stand. He has Carl Furlong on his case. He does well. Furlong turns him back out, pops a pass inside to Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan looks to try run at the Baltinglass defence now, but he's running at 4 or 5 defenders at a time. Ball is stripped from him. Loose ball is picked up by John Crow. Crow just inside the 45 kicks this one with his right boot. It's another wide for Pats. It's the 6th wide of that first quarter. We're at the water break, and again I suppose a humdinger of a first 16 and a half minutes. Cormac, a really good game to watch, but like it's 1-2 to 1-1. It could easily be 1-7 to 1-4 here.
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a really good opening quarter. I'd say the Baltinglass probably, I know they're a point up, but they'd be that bit happier, I'd say, than Pats with those few wides. Padge is really the outlet for them. Like, he's come out there taking 4 or 5 balls. But Baltinglass, I suppose what is really noticeable is how they've stayed pushed up. Like, they've got basically their 6 forwards up against the wind and 1 or 2 dropping in around the midfield, but they're not kind of going back, so they're really taking the game to Pats against the wind. Yeah,
and look, they're causing them huge problems. As I said, once that ball breaks around midfield in Baltinglass's favour, the runners are really getting forward. They're finding pockets of space, and Pats are struggling to deal with that running game that they're bringing, and it's very well executed.
Yeah, no, and there's been a few times the long kick out from Mark Jackson, even against the wind. Like, he's still hitting it nearly to the far 65, and Baltinglass are running behind it. So even against the wind, there's been 2 or 3 have broke over the top. John Keogh got one going through the middle, Jason Kennedy got one, and they're getting a run on Pats like that, so they'll be happy enough. But all that said, there's still only a point in it,
Yeah, still a point in it when it comes down to it. The nitty-gritty is the scoreboard is where it counts, and it's a point to the good for this Baltinglass side here. As we said, Pat's playing with that breeze in the first half. They are struggling to find their range in front of goal, albeit under pressure taking those kicks. Doesn't look to be any significant changes there as both sides come back out. Everyone's going back in their positions. It'll be a kick out from Mark Jackson here to start this second half of the first half. Jackson long down the field again, right out underneath the stand, ball breaks over there, but brilliantly won by Pat Burke. Won his own break there, 3 Pats men around him, kicks a high diagonal ball into John McGrath. It breaks inside, there's a hand on the ground there, it's a free, handled on the ground by Pádraig Higgins. Pats are slow to funnel back as well, leaving a 2-on-2 inside. Ball breaks inside to Tommy Keogh. He has Wayne Doyle on him. Doyle, he tries to get inside. Doyle does really well to get a hand in, knocks it away, and it's a 45. Doyle is arguing his case that it came off Tommy Keogh, but the umpire is adamant that it's a 45 to Baltinglass here, as Mark Jackson makes the trip up from the town goal again. And even in this type of football, this winter football, I suppose the likes of these 45s, and they're huge, especially against the wind.
Yeah, against the wind, if he can put 1 or 2 of these over, it's every point or two they can tag on against the wind here will be huge at half time. It's nearly the opposite of the Pats match last week in terms of the advantage with the wind.
Chance here for Jackson. His familiar run up strikes this one. It's going away to the right though. He hasn't quite caught this one the way he'd like to. Kick out again will be for Shane Doyle as both teams funnel into their lines and positions. Kevin Murphy and Dean Healy line up in midfield. As we talk about matchups, that should have been a huge battle. They've kind of played one another out of the game as it stands. It's right down on top of the 2. Sean Doody gets in, gets hands on this one, pops it back to Billy Cullen. Cullen gets the ball back to David Gettins, and it's into Pat Burke. Burke pops it off to Gettins again, and here come Baltinglass again looking to make a run through the lines up the field, but he's just slowed down by the numbers back for Pat's there, and gets the ball to Pat Burke. Loose ball from Burke into Kieran McGeoghegan. He goes long looking for Padge McWalter. He's out in front of Carl Furlong again. McWalter is again stoops down on the ball. He's a lot of work to do from there. McWalter gets back out around onto his right foot, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. What a score from Padge McWalter just when Pats needed one. Again, how many times do you say it? Come with the hour, come with the man. But he got that ball right on the sideline down in the corner. Cormac made the angle for himself and a huge kick.
Knocked it over the bar, yeah. He's really been their main outlet. Like, I don't think they've played the ball to Tommy Kelly yet. It's been all to Padge. Like last week, he kicked a few good scores and is doing the same again. He's keeping them there.
Level game in Aughrim here. We've 19 minutes on the clock. A huge ball breaks downside. Sean Doody takes a wonderful catch in the middle of the field, takes his mark, looks up, gives the ball in as far as Jason Kennedy. Kennedy looks up and finds Tommy Keogh. Keogh in at the D, slides on the ball, goes down, doesn't get it at the second attempt, but they're free for a push in the back here. And a chance for Baltinglass just to get their point lead back here. Again, it was a hotly contested ball from both players that broke, but just a push in the back on Adam McHugh as he went down to pick it up the second time, or on Tommy Keogh as he went to pick it up the second time. And
probably a bit needless. There was at least 2 or 3 Pats lads around him there. But
championship times, sometimes the thinking goes out the window. In championship times, it's looks as if number 17, that's a blood sub, Kieran Doyle, looks to be coming out to be patched up here. Looks to have a cut on his lip. So it'll be Johnny Keogh to kick this one. Number 7, Aidan Dunn is in. For that blood sub, it'll be Johnny Keogh just about from the top of the D. He's just about a yard or two to the right hand post, kicking into the Herbst end here. Kicking into the breeze as well. Keogh kicks this one high. It's watched all the way, but it's gone over the bar. Baltinglass lead again here in Aughrim. 20 and just about 21 minutes on the clock here. 1-3 to Baltinglass, 1-2 to Pats. The kick out will be from Shane Doyle. We knew it was going to be a tight, tense encounter, and it's turning out that way, Cormac.
It absolutely is, yeah. Baltinglass were probably just winning more possession from the kickouts around the middle. There's another free.
It looked like they just won the break, but there's a push in the back on Dean Healy from Kevin Murphy there. That time it's a free. It'll be a free into Pats. Healy will take it. He's right in the middle of the field, about 10 yards in from the sideline. Underneath is here in the press box. He looks up, goes cross field with the ball and gives it to Pádraig Higgins. Higgins has Brian Doyle running off from Doyle, 65 yards out from the town goal. Looks to go long, high, diagonal, dangerous looking ball. Trainer's in there, gets a hand on it, breaks away, and it's a 45. Broke off the Baltinglass back, but looks like Pats are gone for Matthew Trainer and Tommy Kelly inside there for a few minutes. The blood sub is back on. Kieran Doyle comes back in, and Aidan Dunn makes his way back to the line here. There's a sub coming in for Baltinglass as it looks. It's Padder Burke is coming in. Underneath us, I thought Baltinglass, maybe there's an injury or a problem. I didn't think anyone was doing too bad for Baltinglass at the minute, but after 22 minutes they're making a change. Looks like Stephen Heaslip is the one going, is it?
Looks like it, yeah.
Padder Burke is in, another big physical unit around that middle third. As Shane Doyle is about to kick this one, he's 3 or 4 yards to the left hand post as we look at it here. Missed one earlier, drills this one, doesn't catch it again, and goes away to the left hand side of the post and wide. Mark Jackson will take this kick out. Jackson has a look up, couple of runs being made around the field. Jason Kennedy is one of them, looking for a chart. Again, he takes his time to make his decision. He goes to Kennedy, 45 yards out. He pops the ball off as far as Cian Lee. He gives it to Kevin Murphy. Murphy now has a look up, gives it into the new man in, Padder Burke, into Billy Cullen. Cullen has a look up. Out in front was Adam McHugh, but he opted for the long diagonal ball in as far as Tommy Keogh. Keogh does really well, gets out in front of Wayne Doyle. Again, a huge battle with those two there. Gives the ball to Adam McHugh. McHugh takes a hit from Wayne Doyle, does well, twists and turns his way out of trouble. It's in the hands of Johnny Keogh. Keogh back as far as Cian Lee here. There's numbers on this side for Baltinglass if they can move it quick enough, but Kevin Murphy opts to go down the stand side and gives the ball to Padder Burke. Loose looking pass, doesn't hop up off the dead sod here in Aughrim now, and as Matthew Trainer comes away with the ball, he's fouled. It's a free to Pats, and kind of Baltinglass kind of made their own problem there on that attack, I think. You know, Pat's done well to break it down, but they kind of went down a dead end there.
Yeah, it's not the day for having hand passes bouncing off the ground, you know. It's just totally dead, the surfaces.
Brian Doyle is on the ball. He gives it to Paul O'Brien. Back to Brian Doyle. Good play there. Ball is into the hands of Simon Boucher. It's opened up in front of Boucher. Boucher has a look, but again, it's a terrible kick there from Boucher, really. Under no pressure, they've opened it up, but it's come back for a free here on the 45 for a late tackle. It was a kind of a long advantage. I think it's to be 5 seconds. It was a long advantage. He's got the benefit headed out there, so they'll have their chance to kick their score.
Yeah, I think Pats might have got away with one there to have another bite at this. But again, it was a poor shot. I mean, I think that's 11 shots Pats have had. They've got 3 scores. They'd be happy with that.
Unlike them. Tommy Kelly takes this one, kicks a huge kick again from Kelly. Is it coming in enough? It's not, you know. It's gone to the right of the post and wide, and it's still 1-3 to 1-2 here. Baltinglass a point to the good. Just about 25 minutes on the clock. Mark Jackson will take this kick out again. Tom Burke looks to go short this time. They've worked their kick outs really well against this breeze. This one is kicked high, it hangs in the air. Sean Dody's underneath it, goes away off the hand of Doody, according to our linesman Chris Canavan. Sean Dody's not happy with that decision, but they seldom are. The ball is thrown back in from the crowd. Paul O'Brien has the ball 65 yards out. John Crow's in a little bit of space here. A chance for Pats maybe to get moving. Now it's Crow pops the ball across, finds in space Kieran Doyle wearing number 17. He started instead of Aidan Dunn. He's been off for a blood sub. He's back in now, solos and has a look. Again, Pats just try to draw out the Baltinglass defence, but they're very well structured back there. Baltinglass is hard to find pockets of space. Paul O'Brien is found and he gets the ball back as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle has a chance to kick now, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. And for all the play on both ends, we're still level. Cormac, Pat's kicking a huge amount of wides there. Couple of chances went to begging for Baltinglass, but they've been more economical. But and look, we're 26 minutes on the clock here and it's 1-3 apiece.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably both be happy enough, I'd say, with it now, other than Pat's just with those wides, and Pat's struggling a little bit on their own kick out might be the two things that might be worrying them a little bit.
Mark Jackson, a huge kick down to the middle of the field again. Patter Burke is on there. This one breaks to the ground. The referee says there was a touch on the ground from a Pats player there. Through the forest of bodies, he knows that John McGrath kicks a high, dangerous looking ball in. Out underneath it is Wayne Doyle does really well, gets a hand on it. Away come Pats with the ball. It's out here as far as Simon Boucher. Boucher has Matthew Trainer in front of him. Trainer wearing 12, he's popping up all over the field. He was on the square a minute ago, a little bit of a high solo, but does well to get his way out of trouble and gets it into Simon Boucher. Boucher gives it off as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien back into the hands of Padge McWalter. McWalter recycles the ball back here as far as Matthew Trainer. Trainer 45 yards out, cuts infield, gets the ball to Dean Healy. We haven't seen many of those trademark runs from Healy. Tries to go at the outside of the boat, kicks it high and kicks it wide, but referee John Keenan has given him a free on an advantage there, and the Baltinglass crowd underneath are not happy with it, but there probably was a little pull back on him there as he tried to break the tackle.
There was, yeah, there was definitely a pull back, and he took the shot pretty much straight away, so that one was probably fair enough.
Tommy Kelly being told where to kick this one from. He has a look, he sizes up his options here. It's only going for one option, I'd say. Kicks this one, lovely connection this time. No mistake from Tommy Kelly, straight between the posts. It's 1-4 now to Pats, 1-3 to Baltinglass here, with just about 28 minutes on the clock. A really tense and tight affair here, but there'd have to be some great passages of football in it. Mark Jackson again sizes it up. Kevin Murphy's been left all on his own for the kick out there, but Jackson goes long down this side of the field, hand on it for Simon Boucher, does well to keep it in play, but only back as far as Keane Lee gets the ball into David Gettings. As Baltinglass look to work from the back here, it's in the hands of Thomas Burke. Burke pops it inside. Gettings continued his run, heavy hit there from Paddy Kane on David Gettings. Gettings took it though, recycles the ball back. Good honest championship football here. Looked like a late tackle on Billy Cullen, was his John Keenan, but he's given the advantage. He pops it into Keane Lee. Lee gives it as far as Johnny Keogh as Baltinglass look to get back level here before half time. Keogh, middle of the field, has a look up. Again, needs a little option now as Dean Healy comes. It's a high tackle, says John Keenan. Johnny Keogh wins his free. Runs being made inside by the three inside forwards from Baltinglass, but he opts to slow it down a little bit, gives it to his captain Kevin Murphy. He opts to go for Tommy Keogh here, pops it in front of Keogh. Keogh out in front, twists inside his man, does really well. He's gone past his man there, Wayne Doyle. Danger here for Pats, but a poor kick off the outside of the boot, and it's not even gone wide. Patter Burke looks to retrieve it, but shepherded out over the line there by Kieran McGettigan. And again, just the wrong option at the wrong time, Cormac.
Yeah, just it looked like a tired shot there, just off the outside of the boot on the wrong side. Baltinglass just seemed to have slowed down a little bit in the last 5 or 6 minutes in terms of giving the ball inside. It's all just gone a little bit slower.
Yeah, we'll have 2 minutes of injury time as we're just about 15 seconds to go in normal time. Pats go short this time at the back, and it's in the hands of John Crow. Crow is 65 yards out. Again, he's blown for overcarrying. Second time today he's overcarried the ball. Kevin Murphy right in the middle of the field. Again, as you just said there, Cormac, you just know how that they've slowed it down a little bit. Those frees were being taken a lot quicker earlier, but You know, this ground is probably starting to take its toll on some of the lads out there. Kevin Murphy has the ball, goes lateral across the field and finds Pat Burke. Burke pucks it back into David Gettins. Gettins solos, has a look. Again goes back as far as Pat Burke. All numbers back. There's only 2 up for Pats here. Everyone else is back. Defending Kevin Murphy now goes long. Hanging ball up in the air. It's a dangerous one, but it's gobbled up in there by Niall Donnelly. And away comes Pats with the ball. Gets it as far as Dean Healy. Healy breaks the tackle, gives it to John Crow. He pops it off as far as Pádraig Higgins. Higgins finds a bit of space, gets the ball into Simon Boucher. They look to go long in as far as Padge McWater. Brilliantly read though by David Gettins, and now space opens at the other end in the form of Pat Burke. He looks to go long and diagonal into Tommy Keogh. Keogh takes the ball, it's knocked away from where he takes his mark. Again looks up, trying to take it quick. The run wasn't there. He looked to have a pop at the post. He's using every one of his 8 seconds in fairness to him. Gets to the top of the D, kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. It's 1-4 apiece here in Aughrim as we go deep into injury time. About half a minute to go. We probably have the whistle now at this stage. Shane Doyle about to take this kick out. 1-4 apiece here. Baltinglass surely be the happier of the two sides with the breeze taken into account, but it's not overly affecting the way two teams are playing. Shane Doyle goes long. There it is. It's the half-time whistle here in Aughrim. It's 1-4 to Baltinglass, 1-4 to St. Pat's here. Nothing between the teams as we thought there wouldn't be. It's a huge second half in store here. As you said, Baltinglass just slowed down their attacks probably coming to half-time there. That's probably more to do with the fatigue than anything else, Cormac. Look, we're going to have a cracking second half here, aren't we?
I think so, yeah. That's like 1-4 apiece. Doesn't sound like big scoring, but there was a lot of quality there, other than probably just some of the shot taken on both sides. But out around the field in terms of moving the ball back to front, it's been a great game, a cracking game. And yeah, Baltinglass probably just, the legs just tired a bit there in the last 6 or 7 minutes to half time, right up until that last ball. That was a super ball in when he caught the mark, and that score levelled it up. So yeah, great second half, I think.
Yeah, we should have a great second half in store. Look, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes with the second half. Don't go anywhere. You have a cracking game in store here.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.
You're very welcome back here to the second half of our Boom and Platform Higher Senior Football Championship semi-final, the first of our semi-finals this weekend between the reigning champions Baltinglass and the champions from the 2 years before, St. Pat's. It's level pegging here in Aughrim. John Keenan throws in the ball. I don't see any changes. Dean Healy wins the throw in, gets the ball up, has a look around. Again, there's huge numbers around him trying to stop those runs from Dean Healy at source. We haven't seen many of them so far. Matthew Trainor's on the ball now. He pops a pass off. Out underneath to stand, Podge McWalter already out a little bit further in this first half, starting at centre forward there, gets the ball into John Crow. Crow carries the ball into traffic, he hops it this time again, huge pressure on him, he needs the board, it's turned over and it's in the hands of Sean Doody. Little bit of afters there between John Crow and Jason Kennedy. The ball has gone long inside into John McGrath. McGrath out in front of Pádraig Higgins. Pops a little pass off in as far as Johnny Keogh. Keogh tackled by Niall Donnelly. Tackled again by Paddy Kane. Again there's huge pressure on the man on the ball. It's turned over. Good defence there by Pats, just as it was by Baltinglass a minute ago. It started at 100 mile an hour this second half. Matthew Trainor's on the ball. Underneath the stand, he's gets the ball off as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle takes the ball into contact, does well to hold possession there. Little pass from Podge McWalter inside as far as Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan sidesteps inside his man, danger here, but again huge numbers back from Baltinglass to do really well. McGehigan's on the ground, over carries the ball, and nothing easy there, Cormac.
That's 3 attacks in a row, 2 for Pats, 1 for Baltinglass, all turned over, getting 2 or 3 men around the ball, but that's a fast start.
Fast start from both sides, but huge intensity in the tackles on both sides as well. And it's a free here to Baltinglass, deep in their own area of the field. Mark Jackson looked to make the extra number there as Keane Lee takes this one. Has gone looping up in the air and away, but Sean Doody does really well, takes that under pressure, pops a pass off as far as Jason Kennedy. Kennedy inside his own 45 now, gets the ball to Kevin Murphy. Murphy is tackled by John Crow and he pops the ball back into Padder Burke. Gives the ball as far as Jason Kennedy. Kennedy again looks for options. It's slow and steady here from Baltinglass. Hold possession and build it up. But Johnny Keogh is bundled out over the line by Dean Healy. It's a push, says John Keenan. Look to push from here.
Probably was, yeah, just as he was about to kick it as well.
Johnny Keogh goes short with that ball in as far as Padder Burke does the 1-2, takes it back and goes high and diagonal. This is the first one. It's 3 against 2 in there. Pats get a hand on it, but the ball breaks down. It's in favour of John McGrath. McGrath's at the top of the D, turns onto that left boot, but it's hanging high up into the air and it's just dropped wide. And very similar to some of the Pats' chances in the first half. I suppose they're finding it hard to gauge the win, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like, he kind of snatched at it a little bit just as he turned onto the left foot. And Pats, I think, for that attack had an extra man back there, but those long balls in from Baltinglass seem to be breaking right for them.
Shane Doyle takes the kick out, goes long into the breeze here, right to the middle of the field. Dean Healy's underneath, hands on the ball there from Kevin Murphy, breaks it away, but it's only as far as Podge McWalter. He gives the ball infield, it's through the hands of Paddy Kane and it's back here to Simon Boucher. Boucher solos forward with the ball. He's seen a lot of the ball, Boucher, up until this point. Gives the ball into Kieran Doyle. He sees more of it now. He's back on the ball here. Simon Boucher looks up. Run made from Paddy Kane. He didn't offload though. Kane comes back and now Paul O'Brien looks to find a bit of space and inject a bit of pace. It's in the hands of Brian Doyle. Doyle goes long looking for Tommy Kelly inside. Kelly tries to hold his man with one. Does really well. Gets in around Keane. Danger here, but Billy Cullen is back behind the house. Kelly tries to get his boohan and get across. He does. Gets it out as far as Matthew Traynor. Back to Simon Boucher. But Boucher pulls this one to the left of the post and wide. Another wide for Baltinglass. They worked the chance really well, but the execution just wasn't there.
They worked away. It's probably the first long ball that's actually been played into Tommy Kelly for the whole match, and he did great, turned his man, but yeah, another wide.
Huge kick down the field again, hands on it there from John McGrath, just knocks it down to Johnny Keogh. He gives it to Sean Doody. The runner's back there was Kevin Murphy, but Dean Healy does brilliantly to get back and snuff out the attack and starts an attack of his own, gives the ball to John Crow. Crow looked like he was going to pop it off to McWalter. He's gone forward with the ball, he's 45 yards out, stops now and comes back as the jerseys converge on him, but he looks to go again, gives it as far as Paul O'Brien. O'Brien 45 yards out, gives it off as far as Podge McWalter. McWalter looks up, Kieran Doyle looks for the ball out here. It's a 1-2. McWalter continued his run, he's in a little bit of space, chance for Podge McWalter, kicks this one high, but it drifts across the post and just to the wide, out to the right and wide again. And
Another wide.
We must be up near double figures for Pats at this stage in the wide front.
Yeah, I think we're gone past it. I think it's 11 maybe now at this stage.
11 wides, it's 1-4 apiece here. We've 4, just 5 minutes on the clock in this second half. It's a real tight, tense affair here. Chance for Jackson to get as far as he can down the huge kick from Jackson. Good hand on it though by Matthew Traynor, breaks it away as far as Dean Healy. Johnny Keogh goes over to tackle Healy, but Healy does well, turns out with the tackle, and Solos forward with the ball, starting to come into this game a little bit more now. Dean Healy popped off to Simon Boucher. Boucher's a man outside him. It's Kieran McGehigan. He pops it into Paul O'Ryan, back to McGehigan. McGehigan takes the ball into traffic, gives it back to Boucher. Good balls through the hands here from Pats, and again to Brian Doyle. Doyle kicks this one, but this one has gone to the right and wide here. Pats just radar is off, and they'd really want to find it shortly because these wides are racking up and they don't look like a good statistic.
No, that's another one. And he was on his left foot in space there. You would have fancied him to pop that. But Pats are playing very deep, like they're only leaving Tommy Kelly up and they're trying to just run it from the halfway line, but they'd want a couple of them to start going over.
They would indeed. A huge kick again, breaks inside as Padder Burke gets his hand on it, but just about snuffed out there, and it's a touch on the ground from Padder Burke as Paddy Kane looks to retrieve the ball. Burke holds on to it, John Keenan moves it up. All very tight and very trappy here, those long kick-outs. Baltinglass look to be gambling on one breaking the line there, and have men inside then to do the damage, I think.
That's what it's looking like. It's kind of dropping on one or two lads there, and if they just need one of them to break over the middle, I'd say is what they're thinking.
Paul O'Brien is on the ball now as Pats come raiding again. Dean Healy, first time he opens his legs inside the 45, gets it off to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien goes to ground. Looked like the tackle was coming. He knew it was coming. He's free. I suppose a little bit of experience there from Paul O'Brien.
Yeah, he did well there. He could see that coming and has won his free. But Pats be happy enough now if this goes over and go a point up.
Yeah, and as we said, for all the chances they missed in the first half, and for all the chances now, look, this is still to put them a point up. Like they're going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like they're,
Yeah, and I suppose that's 7 minutes in, and Baltinglass have only had that one chance.
High, and it's over the bar. It's 1-5 to Pats. It's 1-4 to Baltinglass. 7 minutes in. Pats lead here in Aughrim. If you're just tuning in, it's Baltinglass playing with the breeze in this second half. Pats lead by a point. Again, Mark Jackson looks like he's going to go long down the middle here on Padder Burke, is he? He is indeed. A huge long kick down the field. Matthew Traynor's on. Brilliantly taken by Simon Boucher. He's clattered into by some of the Baltinglass lads and some of his own lads. Takes the ball. He's up and he's away. Does really well. Gets the ball to Paddy Kane. He pops the ball out. The Kieran Doyle. Solos has a look. Pops it in as far as John Crow. Crow's 45 yards out. Little bit of space in front of him. 2 green and white jerseys come to stop him. Does stop him, they turn him back, they do enough. Solos with the ball again, pops it into Podge McWhorter. McWhorter looked like he was going to give it to Dean Healy, tries to get to the top of the D to fashion a shooting chance. He gives it to Simon Boucher out as far as Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan twists and turns, kicks this one high. Is it good? It is good, that's a great score, well worked score from Pats, and 2 points now in the lead, 1-6 to 1-4.
Yeah, great score. I think the big noticeable change there in those first 8 minutes has been the possession. Baltinglass, as we said, we're kind of taking a chance on their kickouts, but they're not winning them. They've only won 1 out of their 4 or 5 kickouts there this half, and you can really see the momentum just from that possession with Pats. Like they're picking up all the kick-out possession.
Yeah, and look, as we said, they might be kicking wise, but they're fashioning chances, and those last 2 have went over, and it's really been all Pats for the first 8 minutes of the second half. Kick out is long again from Jackson. John McGrath looks to turn and go. He does turn and go, but will the ball get there first? It won't. He's done well to keep it in, but he's brilliant pick up by John McGrath. He does really well there. Wins his free. Lovely piece of skill. Takes it quick. Ball is inside Adam McHugh. McHugh pops it off to Padder Burke. Danger here for Pats as they come looming. There's a sub just in. That sub straight in as Christopher Heaslip does really well. He was in for Sean Doody, and the first thing he does is pop the ball over the bar. It's a 1 point game again. Chris Heaslip pace there to burn. He's dangerous in there.
Yeah, that was a great score. Great bit of skill by John McGrath. Stopped it with the right foot and chipped it up with the left. But if Baltinglass can get the ball in there, those lads inside will do damage. Like they will get scores. But that's really only the second ball that's gone in there in 10 minutes.
Kick out again from Shane Doyle. It's 1-6 to 1-5 here. The kick is right to the sideline. Matthew Traynor just about had it, but he didn't have it. Padder Burke fouls Kieran Doyle. Matthew Traynor is down. Looks like an ankle injury. It looked like he went over on an ankle there, as we said, just about 10 minutes gone here. The first real break we've had, the first break in play. It's been hectic stuff, but Pats lead by a point here. The physio is in, just having a look at Matthew Trainer. Casey O'Brien opts to let the physio do his job as he walks away there. Gary Duffy having a little chat with John Keenan. As we said, yeah, it's just about 10 minutes on the clock. It doesn't look great for Matthew Trainer there at the minute. He's hand on head. He doesn't look.
It looked like maybe he twisted or went
He
over
twisted on his ankle as he was coming down. It looked to me he seems to be in a bit of bother. He'll be a loss because he was one of the ones that was dealing with those long kickouts. He's in trouble. He's coming out of there. That's a sorry sight. That's not good for Pats. Not good for Matthew Trainer either. We hope he's all right, but it's not good for Pats. As we said, he was instrumental in dealing with those long kickouts.
Yeah, he was doing well there at the start of this half. You can see he hasn't put any weight on it at all. It doesn't look right now. It could be ligaments or something gone.
Yeah, he's literally dragging his leg behind him there. Number 23, Luca Rampersad is in. As we look to get this game going again, there's 11 and a half minutes on the clock now. Kieran Doyle will take his free. A free he won for a push by Patter Burke. Doyle opts to go backwards, back as far as Pádraig Higgins. Higgins looks for Dean Healy all the way, or Niall Donnelly, sorry, all the way back there as Pats look to build all the way from the back now. Pops the ball off to Pádraig Higgins. Higgins comes forward, gives the ball to Niall Donnelly. Donnelly right out on the line here, gets the ball to Luca Rampersad and away. Look for quick hands, but John McGrath was quicker to spot that one, and he gives it to Kevin Murphy. And Baltinglass now look, if they kick a ball inside, it's 1-on-1 inside, but Chris Heaslip gives the ball to Billy Cullen. Cullen kicks a long ball into Tommy Keogh. Keogh has Wayne Doyle on his case. He looks to be gone around him. Just a hand in at the right time from Wayne Doyle. Tommy Keogh goes to ground. There's broken play there. Keogh does really well, but gets a push in the back eventually. Looked like the Pats defenders had the hard work done there.
Yeah, he had to work hard for that free. In fairness, he had the ball, lost it, got it again, lost it again, but he's won his free.
Be a good chance here for Johnny Keogh to try and level the game up again here. It's a 1-point game here in Aughrim. Baltinglass 1-5, Pats 1-6. We've 12 and a half minutes on the clock. It'll be Johnny Keogh. He's about 27 or 8 yards out. He's right on the sideline at the stand side there. Tries to make his angle for himself. It'll be a good kick if he can kick it. The wind is in his favour, but the accuracy has to be there. He kicks this one high. It's a huge kick, but it's gone to the right of the post and wide. And another chance gone a begging there for Baltinglass, you'd have to think. I know it was a difficult free, but
yeah, it was a tough one. Like, he was right out there, but he had to go for it. Really,
you have to go for it, and that's the name of the game. It's championship football. We're into the second half. We're 13 minutes into the second half here. Just the injury has taken the little bit of a sting out of the game for a few minutes there. Shane Doyle lines this one up. High ball again, dropping down, hangs in the air. Heaslip gets a hand on the ball, gets it to John McGrath. Paddy Kane tries to tackle. McGrath does really well, gets that ball, but it's a loose looking hand pass. It's worked out though. Jason Kennedy is on it. Get up, play away, look for his free, and then touch the ball on the ground. The Baltinglass people underneath us are not happy with that one. Paddy Kane is now down. He's back up though. It looks like an injury. That'd be a big one. But Kieran Doyle gets the ball out to Luca Rampersad. He's turned over though in the tackle by Pat Burke. Gets the ball in as far as Adam McHugh. Chance for McHugh to steady himself and kick, but he's gone to the right of the post and wide. And both teams. Well, both sets of forwards won't want to look back at this one at the minute anyway, Carl.
No, there's plenty of chances being left there, and he had time there. Adam McHugh, he settled himself and all, so it's just a bad wide, that one. You know, there was no pressure.
He done everything right except put it over the bar, says you. But that's the name of the game. That's the pressure of semi-finals, and it's going to come down to the wire, this one. Shane Doyle will take his kick out. Gets more of a drill into this one. It's gone right past the middle of the field. Oh, brilliant catch by Tom Burke. Huge catch by him there. Lands and plays away. No mark needed. Kicks a long ball in. Dangerous looking ball. Little touch inside from Paddy Burke to Tommy Keogh. Goal for Baltinglass. A goal for Baltinglass. The long ball in. Worked the treat. Brilliant take by Burke in the middle of the field. But the long ball in. A great touch from Burke to Tommy Keogh, and he made no mistake.
Yeah. Simple football. Caught the kick out. Long ball in, and We'll give him the bit of credit to think he got a flick on it, but went over the top. It's like the first half, just the break. They're breaking well for them inside.
The kick out from Shane Doyle has gone straight to Adam McHugh, just slipped through his grasp though. Jason Kennedy gets the ball, pops it to McHugh. McHugh has a look. It's Baltinglass, tails are up now. It's 2-5 to 1-6 here. Johnny Keogh drills a diagonal ball in, but it's well cut out this time by Pádraig Higgins as Pats look to come back from that sucker punch of a goal just before the water break here. It's Paul O'Brien on the ball, 45 yards out. O'Brien solos forward, has a look, pops it into Ian Healy. Healy, little bit flat-footed, but breaks the tackle and gets away. This is where the Healys and the Padge McWalters are needed again for Pats. He breaks another tackle. He's 45 yards out, but the hand pass is loose. It's Billy Cullen comes away with the ball. There's a pull on the jersey. It's a free for an advantage, says John Keenan. Again, the Baltinglass contingent not overly happy with that, but Healy done huge work to get up the field.
Yeah, he did a lot of work there. Whether it's a free or not, they were lucky to get it anyway, because Baltinglass were coming out on a break there. They had spare men in the middle of the field, so that was a big moment for Pats to get that free.
Chance for Tommy Kelly. He's right at the top of the D. Doesn't waste any time with this one. Kicks it high and kicks it straight over the bar. It's 2-5 to 1-7 here. It's a 1 point game. It's water break time just after 16 minutes here. Oh, this game is going all the way. Cormac, don't be surprised if there's an extra time here. I think it's a really tight, trappy affair. But that goal could be huge. You know, we spoke before the match. You said Baltinglass were capable of those 2 goals, and they have got them.
Yeah. I mean, we were saying, like, what is there, a point in it there now to Baltinglass, and 2 goals, like 6 points. You know, there's a lot of kicking, and you know, to get back to take them back. Like, so even that goal, Pats need 4 points to kind of get back ahead of it. So, you know, Baltinglass got a point up there now. There's a hard work for Pats now. Lost Matthew Traynor there, you know, and they've been turned over a couple of times coming out of the back there. So there's be a big 15 minutes now.
Big 15 minutes, and I suppose, look, you know, you kind of roll the same names off your tongue with these teams, but you know, your Paddy Kanes, Dean Healy's, Paul O'Brien, Padge McWalter. Now it's game time now for these lads, and the same the other side. Like, you've Billy Cullen back there, you know, Kevin Murphy, John McGrath, you know, Tommy Keogh's got his goal. They'll probably need another score or 2 from him in there. Adam McHugh maybe a score or 2.
Yeah, it's funny, like right up to that injury, Pats had the momentum, and just something like that happens, and all of a sudden Baltinglass get a lift. And I think, like, John Keogh has been on a lot of ball. Like, he's been really picking up a lot of ball and playing the passes inside. So I think if Baltinglass can get him on the ball again a couple of times, they've a good chance there. But Pats are finding it hard. They're not getting Padge McWalter on the ball as much there now in that last 15 minutes as he was in the first half. But
look, we've a huge 15 minutes here. As I said, we didn't stop the clock here for the water break this time, so we're just about 18 minutes. We've 15 to go. Kevin Murphy takes the kick out. Long, huge kick down the field again underneath. It is Simon Boucher. Brilliant take by Boucher. Does really well. Pops the ball off as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle deep in his own half now. Looks to carry the ball out and make an attack. Doyle gets a hand pass off to Padge McWalter. Just when we mentioned him, he pops up. McWalter has carried Furlong with him. Good play by Furlong. Gets a hand in, but McWalter does enough to get the ball as far as Boucher. Boucher pops the ball off to Paddy Kane. He gets the ball as far as Brian Doyle. Doyle gets it into Dean Healy. Healy tries to get through 2 tackles. Pops the ball off to Paddy Kane. Kane is fouled high, and it'll be another free in there now. But the tackles are just that bit high, I think, and that's...
As a tired looking tackle, you're going to put the 2 arms around him, and that's
you know,
always
they've done
going to be
great work
free.
to stop Dean Healy, and then, you know, it's a soft free after that when you've done that hard work. But just as we said at half time, the 3 names we mentioned have popped up there already, and Aidan Dunn is coming on here for Pats. We'll see who's coming ashore. It's the number 2, is it? It's not Pádraig Higgins. It's number 4. It's Wayne Doyle is coming ashore here. Aidan Dunn is going in. This is a big kick for Tommy Kelly. It normally wouldn't be, but it's a huge kick for Kelly and Pats now. He gets his boot around it, kicks it high, and kicks it over the bar. We're level. It's 1-8 to 2-5. Those kicks are easy till it's to level a semi-final.
Yeah, he's after kicking 3 now into the wind. All the same kind. He's kind of kept them low and cut them through the wind.
Just dropping them over the black spot every time. And kick out is from Mark Jackson, a huge kick down the field, a hand on it there by Brian Doyle. Doyle does well, breaks it to himself, picks up the pieces, has a look up, there's a runner inside, that runner is Paul O'Brien, he's found space, Pat's come looking again, gives the ball back to Brian Doyle, Doyle pops it back to Ian Healy, Healy tries to get through a crowd of players, gets the ball into John Crow, there's a chance here for Crow, Crow kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar, and Pat's lead again. A huge response from Pat's there after the water break. They've come back out. They lead now 1-9 to 2-5, and this game is just swaying one way and the other, Cormac.
Yeah, that's a great score off his left foot. And Pat's like they've just righted the wrongs in the first half. They're after kicking 5 points there, only 2 or 3 wide, so they've turned it around.
Baltinglass are bringing on a sub. It's Padder Burke is coming back off. It's a strange one to me, and Daniel Kelly is coming in. So Daniel Kelly is in the game. A strange decision. I thought Burke had done well for the goal, but Chris Heaslip has the ball now, fires the ball in front of Tommy Keogh. Keogh out in front, doesn't get it the first time, gets it the second time, does really well to make space for himself, makes the shot for himself, does he? But he balloons the ball up in there. It's still not out of danger. It's right in front of the goal. Niall Donnelly makes a little bit of a flap at that one, and it goes out for a 45. And yeah, that's just confirmation of the substitute there. As Daniel Kelly comes into the fray, it'll be Mark Jackson strides up to try and level this game now. And again, every kick is big now. This is a big kick even with the wind.
Yeah, and it's funny, usually those kind of longer balls, maybe the borderline hit and hope ones into the full forward line, you'd be looking for a 50-50 just shading them, but they've been breaking right for Baltinglass all day. Like the first goal, the ball broke over the top for the second goal, you could argue, and that one broke right for them again,
They're getting the breaks on those type of balls. Mark Jackson lines this one up, seems to get a good connection, gets a great connection on this one. It's a level game in Aughrim here, 6 to 1-9 here now on the scoreboard. It's 22 minutes gone here. We've got cracking 10 minutes left here, or just about. I see Stephen Duffy just warming up underneath me. Another bit of experience on the patch bench. The Baltinglass seem to be happy with their lot. They have no one warming up at the other end. Is Shane Doyle. Goes long down the field again. Huge kick from Doyle down on top of Ian Healy, but again, good hands on. Is picked up by Padge McWalter. McWalter gets the ball off and gives it to Kieran McGehigan. McGehigan charges for a little bit of space in front of him, but Tom Burke has gone to cut that space off. He pops a pass off over on the far side as far as Luca Rampersad. He gives it back into Simon Boucher. Boucher gives it to Brian Doyle. Pat's come looking for a score again. Doyle solos, has a look, comes all the way across the field here as far as Kieran Doyle. He pops it back to Brian Doyle. Doyle has a look up, not much options, there's just a dead end down there. Daniel Kelly closed it off. Kieran Doyle now in possession. Pat's in possession, 45 yards out from the Herps goal here, looking to try and find another score, another chance to go in front here as Paul O'Brien gives the ball off to Padge McWalter. McWalter cuts inside, kicks the ball with the outside the right boot. It's dropping in dangerously. Mark Jackson just about got it away to his defender, then looked dangerous, but Jackson has the air of a man that knew what he was doing anyway. It's in the hands of Pat Burke here. Burke is foul coming out with the ball. It'll be a free to Baltinglass, go back with it, says John Keenan, but as you said, it was just one of those chances dropping in around the crossbars, a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, like I'd say he might have got away with that one because it looked like he was just trying to palm it out, and Tommy Kelly was there for it, but broke right from.
Broke right from. Keenly is on the ball here as Baltinglass look to build from the back now. Gets the ball into Kevin Murphy. He pops it off to Billy Cullen. Cullen goes long, huge kick down, dangerous looking kick. John McGrath's out in front, takes the ball really well in front of Pádraig Higgins. Solos, has a look. There's numbers back there now. He pops the pass off to Tommy Keogh, gives it to Daniel Kelly. Kelly, it was left there. It was left well because Baltinglass still have the ball. Daniel Kelly goes all the way across field to Billy Cullen. Cullen wearing 6. Gets forward the ball, gives it to Tommy Keogh, loose pass from him. He'll have to pick it up himself and pick up the pieces as the Pats men converge. He done well though, he gets the ball out as far as Tom Burke. Burke is on the ball now, tries to get Tommy Keogh into the shooting zone again, but he comes all the way out to the 45. Baltinglass just holding possession, looking for the opportunity to get the score to put them back in front here. Kevin Murphy gives the ball to Pat Burke. Burke is about 60 yards out from the town goal here, pops a little ball into Johnny Keogh. It's a foul though by two number 11s there. It's a foul by Paul O'Brien, and Mark Jackson is coming up the field to have a pop at this one by the looks of things.
Yeah,
it's a long way out, but it's one of those, if he catches it right, he has the distance probably.
Yeah, it's halfway, about 50 metres or so, or a little bit more.
You're looking the guts of 60, I'd say, depending on where it's left down, so it'll be a huge kick. But will it be a match-defining kick? We've just 25 minutes on the clock here. A cracking game of football. Mark Jackson takes his 5 or 6 steps back, has a look at the posts, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of range he has on this one. He steps up, looks to be going to the right of the post and wide. He had the distance but not the accuracy, unfortunately for Mark Jackson and Baltinglass. We're still level here in Aughrim in the first of our Boom and Platform Higher Senior Football Championship semi-finals, to see who has the right to march behind the man next Sunday. Shane Doyle takes this kick, goes long, it's gone out underneath the stand. Simon Boucher's underneath, it's broken away from him, but Paddy Kane goes back to pick up the piece. Chris Heaslip is on his case. Heaslip does really well. He robs Paddy Kane of the ball. He's gone inside, and speed from Heaslip here. There's danger here for Pats. Heaslip kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. Turnover ball there by Heaslip, done really well to rob Paddy Kane, and done really well to finish his opportunity as well.
Yeah, brilliant score, yeah, absolutely brilliant. And he just clipped it over the bar then. Every score, what is there, 5 minutes or so left?
Stephen Duffy is about to enter the fray here as Pats look for the scores that'll get him to a county final. It's Stephen Duffy wearing 19 coming in. It's 2-7 now to Baltinglass. It's 1-9 to St. Pat's as the game sort of ebbs and flows. It's almost... Yeah, it's Luca Rampersad is coming back out. But the game ebbs and flows. Almost the teams have 5 minutes each. Five minute breaks each. But the ball comes down as Podge McWalter takes it at the second attempt in the middle of the field. Brilliant play by McWalter. Wins his free just when Pats needed possession. Ball is moved up. There's a chance to take it quick here. McWalter will take it quick. Gets the ball to Brian Doyle. Doyle is about 45 yards out. Turns back inside his man. There's an urgency about Pats here now, but he needs support. Gets the ball to Dean Healy. Healy looks to go through 2 tackles. High tackle on Dean Healy, and Kevin Murphy is going to have a little bit of a chat here with John Keenan. It's just that it's borderline high. It's not dirty or dangerous. It's just borderline high, and you know, you're trying to stop Dean Healy.
And from our angle here, you could see there was 2 men there, and he went to go between them. And if they had just stood them up between the 2 of them, they might have turned them over. But just an arm going high up around the neck or close to it, and gives Tommy Kelly. Now this is a long one.
We spoke of the last one being a huge opportunity. This is a huge kick into the breeze here with the game. In the melting pot, he opts to go with the outside of the boot, direct high. Oh, what a kick from Tommy Kelly into the breeze there. He usually curls them in around, but he's put the boot through that one. We're level again here in Aughrim. This game, as we get to the 28th minute here, this game is leveling at 2-7 to 110. Fascinating game of football, and call a winner now, Cormac.
I'll tell you what, you won't see a better free kick than that now in the last couple of minutes of a match, into the wind, the outside of the boot. That's confidence.
You won't see a much better catch than that from Simon Boucher either. Going backwards, took the ball, took his mark. Pats have possession, and John Crow is on the ball. Crow turns back in, has a look, gets the ball away, looks for Tommy Kelly. It's high, it's dangerous, it's in on top of Kelly. Kelly looked to have turned his man. It's a free out, says John Keenan. I think he could be right enough. There was a little bit of to and fro in there. Tommy Kelly's not happy, but it was a huge chance there. Tommy Kelly's now down there on the ground, but away come Baltinglass with the ball, and it's Adam McHugh all the way out in the midfield. Has the ball, has a look at his options, kicks a little pass in and look at for John McGrath. McGrath as ever out in front, as ever wins possession, offloads in as far as Tommy Keogh. He gets it to Adam McHugh, but a good hand in there from Aidan Dunn as Adam McHugh looked to box the ball over the bar from there, and maybe the wrong decision again. He was 1-on-1. Maybe take him on and look for the foul, Cormac.
Yeah, it would have been a fair fisted point from there now. But they've got the 45 off it. I know Pats were not happy with that one, but from where we were, it looked like Tommy Kelly maybe got the arm around him.
It could
and
have been the
pulled him
Seamus
down.
Darby nudge before the actual second foul. But look, it's one of those. It's a 50-50 up, and it's an opportunity for Mark Jackson here now. Just as the clock ticks down, this is a huge chance to put Baltinglass a point to the good here with just about time up now. That's time up. We have the water break on that hand at a time, so we're looking at maybe 3-4 minutes. Mikey English looks to be warming up to come in here. Mark Jackson kicks this one. High, looks good. The crowd will tell you it's good. It's high and it's over the bar. It's 2-8 now to Baltinglass. It's 1-10 to Pats here in a thrilling encounter here in Aughrim. Mikey English has entered the scene. Kevin Murphy looks to be... No, I thought Kevin Murphy was taking the gloves off, but he's not. I was going to say I'd like to have Kevin Murphy on the field for the last few minutes if I could. Billy Cullen as well. Billy Cullen is coming out. That's a big call as well. You know, he anchors that defence.
Yeah, and he'd gone forward there with a couple of balls in the last 5 minutes as well. But
Huge kick again from Shane Doyle. Breaks in the middle of the field. Who's on it? The step man, Podge McWalter. Just when Pats needed possession, he has found it. Out as far as Kieran Doyle. Doyle gives it to Brian Doyle. Doyle finds Podge McWalter as Pats look for a bit of go forward momentum. It's into the hands of Paul O'Brien. O'Brien cuts back with the ball, gives it to McWalter. McWalter back to O'Brien again. Baltinglass doing a great job with their defensive lines. Their forwards are doing great defensive work across the middle third there as they look to hold Pats out. Stephen Duffy makes a run inside, but Pats look to hold possession, and it's Dean Healy. Healy finds Paul O'Brien, who had the ball underneath a minute ago. He's all the way across at the far side now. Pats probing, just looking for one opportunity, maybe one chance to win a free in close to the goal. But ball breaks into Simon Boucher. Chances Paddy Kane has joined the attack. He pops the ball off to Tommy Kelly. Kelly's going to have a go from there. It's a huge kick. It's a high kick. It's way up in the air, but it's gone to the right of the post and it's gone wide. Kelly was arguing with a linesman that it might have been over, but from here it never looked. You'd know by the crowd's cheer there was a muted silence. If it was anywhere near, someone would be shouting at it. 1 point game here as we're. We have 2 minutes of additional time. There's 2 minutes left to go in Aughrim in this Bowman Platform Senior Football Championship semi-final. It's a free to Baltinglass under the kick out. Mikey English came in. He was pushed in the back.
yeah, he was pushing the back, and it was maybe a tight enough free there, but this will use up a minute anyway.
It's going to use up a minute of that, and Pats will have to be right on their game to get the ball up the field. Chance here for Mark Jackson to maybe,
Could be the match.
if he catches this one right, we could be looking at Pats needing a goal here in the dying embers of this game. Doesn't catch it right. Is it going wide? Is carried away out to the right and wide. Shane Doyle runs for his tee. He runs for the ball. There's a sub in. Kieran McGehigan being replaced by Paul Earls on the Pats team. He gives the slip of paper to John Keenan. Goes to his position. We have just about a minute to go here. It's a 1 point game. The champions Baltinglass lead 2-8 to 1-10 for St. Pat's Wicklow Town. Huge kick down the field again. Ball breaks. Pats are on it. Man goes to ground. There's a scrap for possession. Tom Burke is there, but Pats turn it over. It's in the hands of Paddy Kane. Kane 45 yards out from his own goal. He needs a little bit of help. Gets it in the shape of Podge McWalter. Good tackle on him by Carol Furlong. Ball is back in the hands of Brian Doyle. Doyle gets the ball cross field to Paul O'Brien. O'Brien takes off with the ball. He has a man in space outside him. That man is Simon Boucher. Boucher takes the ball 45 yards out underneath the stand. Is there another twist in this game? Boucher goes in. He's tackled. He's dragged to the ground. It's a free. It's going to be an awkward free from over there. It won't be Tommy Kelly's free. It looks like Stephen Duffy is going over to kick this one. And surely this is last chance alone for a Pats team here now. You'd imagine time is just about 15 seconds to go.
You'd imagine this is the last kick of the game, and I think it's the first time Stephen Duffy has held the ball, is it? So
we'll find out what the nerves are like, the nerves of steel. So he's done it before. Can he do it again? This will be a huge chance to level the game. He kicks this one high. It's dropping to the near post. It's off the post and wide. And it's a wide ball. It just lacked the... into the breeze, it just lacked the power to carry over the bar.
just didn't quite get enough on it, and then it tailed away with a bit of a wind.
And the chance here looks to be gone for Pats. It looks to be Baltinglass's day. 34 and a half minutes on our clock. That'll be time up according to me. The kick out is from Mark Jackson. Jackson's kicks it long. Baltinglass are back in the final next Sunday. It's all over for Pats. They were looking to win back their title. A huge win for the Baltinglass men. Fully deserved. I think we actually spoke before. Did we say 2-8? Probably be enough to win the match today, and it's turned out that way. So
yeah, thereabouts. Yeah, I think like two very even teams in fairness, but I think we talked about it in the first half. I mean, I have Pats at around about 14, 15 wides, and it's hard to win a match at this time of year with 15 wides, so
and I think we spoke of their conversion rate up to this has been very good, and like just today it's just let them down in front of goal a little bit, and look, they're fine margins, that's what we're dealing with. It's Baltinglass that go through to the senior football Boom and Platform Higher Senior Football Championship final next Sunday. We're going to have to go fairly quickly. We're going to make our way to Baltinglass to bring you Carnew and Hollywood in the Intermediate Football Championship semi-final. So hopefully you'll all tune in there, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can.
It's a long drive to Croker from here. In ways even longer for the fans. The effort, I can tell you, it's worth it. Even today, I can still hear it. The roar of the hill. It's gonna be something else.